One of our drills that we'll do is our leverage drill on kickoff. And it applies to kickoff and kickoff return. You're working both sides of it. So you're going to be in your individual team working with your drill. If you have your leverage, you have to keep it. If you don't have your leverage, you have to get it. We're going to start with a kickoff cover guy. He's going to cover down the line. The kickoff return man is going to get to his spot and either keep his leverage or gain his leverage, whichever one it is. As you see it here, okay, getting coverage down the 25-yard line, 81, has his leverage, he wants to keep it. We want to widen that guy. You can see he's aiming for a spot back here. 4 has his leverage, we want to keep it. We want to continue to widen those guys. Come back the other direction. Okay, so then we've just went through and had our leverage, no leverage, right? We have our kickoff guys who are also working. Now this team, this individual team is going against another team. The goal of this is we're working about our fly zone versus our war zone. Fly zone, they're trying to avoid all blocks. War zone is when we're trying to make all of our contact, right? So all of our contact has to happen in this 5-yard box. Then this kickoff guy is trying to get back in that gate. It'll start on the whistle. You see 10 does a good job here. Trying to keep his leverage. 20 fights across his face. I'm going to strain and finish. Again, all we're trying to do is create seams. That's a seam in here. This square right there is a seam. See him run, sink, strike, restart his feet, and run the guy out. Again, that's a safety. Played some center for us on kickoff return and gave us a chance. 26 here. Has his leverage, wants to keep it. Again, guy tries to cross his face, widens him out, keeps him out of the gate. Sprint, flip, sink, strike, restart. Gets bullied a little bit, bigger guy going against him, but he's able to restart his feet and widen his man. Doesn't have to be the perfect block, because if all 11 guys are doing their job, you're going to get yourself into a situation where you're going to have seams. 18 here, more of a frontline guy, more of a double team guy, going against a receiver. Still does a pretty good job of sinking, gets square, using his length to his advantage. Strike. Doesn't do a great job of restarting his feet initially, but because he stays square and because he has enough length and restarts his feet and strains, he's able to keep him off of the gate and create the seam. Okay, so that's our strike zone, war zone, where there's going to be the contact. Then the other piece of it is just our fly zone. Now there's no contact. They're trying to avoid. We're going to add the returner. Same thing. Not just doing the gate. I'm trying to be in a situation. They're trying to fly by everything. Shouldn't be making contact. They're trying to avoid everything. If he's going to run right down the middle of me, I've done my job. This should be one of their best cover guys. He's trying to run down the middle of me. I've got to sink, strike, and restart my feet. Watching here, 11 versus 6. 6 has got to avoid at all costs. 11 does a good job of getting his head around, getting just enough, using his length to widen the man out, and we create the seam. Turn man does a good job of hitting it upfield, and it's a touchdown. Ball's thrown, you can use your quarterbacks, use coaches to get the ball to the returner. Right before the ball's caught is when they're going to go. Again, we want to sprint, flip, sink, and strike. All we're doing is setting up leverage. You've got a 5-yard box. Make him pick a side, be physical, and create a seam. Doesn't have to be a devastating block, but just creating that much of a seam allows a really good returner to get vertical and get to the end zone.